All right, guys, let's go ahead and break down this Tuesday's recap. I know you're kind of trading off and on who's doing the recap here, but now I'm back and I'm going to go ahead and dig into this with you guys, take a look at stuff. So here is the charts for the day. We're looking at the 15-minute chart, and we had the last 24 hours put up here, and then the last 3 hours, or 4 hours, sorry, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Here in the morning. You can also see, open this up a little bit, you can see our 30-minute candles marked here at the dotted lines, like I pointed out in the past. We also have our breakout area and a breakdown area for today. And you can see, I do like to look at this price action through here and kind of help us look for direction in the space. And typically you can kind of draw points, which I've shown you guys in the past, right? And these are key areas if you were just trying to look at the space, which is not real clean, I'll say right now. So that's kind of what you're looking at, right? But ideally, really, if you're looking at the space, you can see in the last 24 hours, mainly this right through here is that high that we came up into the late evening on Monday night. And then we kind of traded back down and found the 200. And then we traded up and we did break this area in the early morning, which was great. And then we came back down and tested it right as we were doing the early morning startup for the day. And from there, we actually lost it. So ideally, if you were looking at this, you could say really that was your head and shoulder pattern for the last 24 hours worth of data. And you can see this, we broke down. And now we're really back. We took out this area from the evening, which is right here. So at this point, this line I drew through here, you can see that we came right back up to it, right? So if you were drawing a flagging pattern in here, this does look like we could be seeing a possible breakdown. So you are seeing this kind of pendant reverse. If I flip it around, it might be more natural, right? It runs up, pulls back, runs up. And then you might say, well, where's it going to run up to? Here was the breakout area from today, and this is what we'd be looking at. And if you were going to draw this out, here we go. So you're looking at, we could drop down into this 109,500 level if we get this breakdown. Now you do have this pressure coming over on top on this we're in the 45-minute time frame. So regardless, I'm not sure why I was on 40 minutes, but regardless, you can still see the same pattern, just a lot more clear now for you. And you can see that we're possibly breaking down. The other thing is, if you wanted more confirmation, the best thing to do would be to draw out from this bottom area over, and then we could take these points right through here and draw this down. But ideally, the best thing to do is just kind of take this high. So this was the run back up, bounce, and now we're starting to show more breakdown. So this would be kind of the pattern that we're looking for. Now, it just depends on where you want to draw this. You could copy this out and move it down as well. And it kind of is giving us two target ranges. So we could see this all the way down into the 108,000, 800 level, 700 level, or like I pointed out before, the 109,500 level. If we break out of this area, it just depends. To play conservative, I'd be watching this on the weekly. Let's flip this back over. This is really the pattern that we're sitting in now. If we start to get back above this and show strength on this area on the 15-minute that I was showing you here in the last little bit, right now this has become the resistance area. Right here was support. We tested support, right? And then we broke through support very, very aggressively through the day. And now we came back up. We tried to break it, but we closed and came right back down. Now we're testing it again. Obviously, if we start to lose this current trend line, and then you start to break down, you lose the 21. This is on the 15-minute. Then you're going to probably come back down and test something in this area, maybe come back up and break down. And you can see that's probably later in the evening, or this could just start to fall out. If we go into the Bookmap, you can see there is some energy up here at a 113,600 level. There also is that energy down here at that 109,000 level as well in that space. So you can see all these areas, 110,800 for sure, 110,000 directly. If you kind of come down into this lower area, 109,500 all day long. You can see if I look at most of the day, this is kind of what happened in the morning. We lost all this, and then we slowly have been grinding, but you don't see it pushing back up. The other thing is you don't see a lot of this line down through here. This is kind of your volume, if you will, of buying up. It's still staying very negative. So more than likely, we are going to come down and chase into this lower level, and we'll have to kind of watch it. Now, hopefully, we'll see absorption in the space about 110,800 and break up, but we'll have to watch it. If you're asking that question, if you went from the 4 hour, you jump up to the 15-minute, or the 15-minute to the 4 hour, and the 4 hour is bearish. It's been bearish throughout the day. You're getting the rollover on the RSI after the last 24 hours. It was slowly climbing. You lost it in the last 24 hours, and you can see that since then this has started to roll over in the last throughout the day today, which is only really there's 3 bars, because this bar was part of this behavior, right? That we were trading in this morning, which we'll look at that trade here in a minute. And then you can see this has been that slow recovery. Now this could try to come back up a little higher, but you do have these moving averages right through here also, which the lower time frames are kind of saying that as well. Now if this is going to break down, it's not going to be a strong breakdown. We do have the weekly volume area low right down here. That's what this blue line is showing. So that is a strong area as well that I'd be watching, which is down at 110,000, which we were just looking at Bookmap, right? Those were calling out these levels as well. So we could just test this area right here. We could test this area, which gives us all key area of targets right in this area. So we'll have to watch there. So let's go back into the 15-minute here and dig in just a little bit on the price action that we got right up here in the morning, and show you why we took advantage of it. So we were under like I was showing you earlier at the beginning of the recap here, as we were coming into the early morning, red flag, whereas you lost the 21. You had already ran back up, you lost the 21. This was your 30-minute candle. We're getting into the 8 o'clock hour. You can see that we rejected right through here and then showed strong strength right in this area. So if we go into that 5-minute, that's where myself was watching pretty aggressively at this point. And I was watching for it to break down just from that last price action. So once it lost the 21, for me, I like to see it lose the 200. So this is where I was looking for it to lose this price action. So that's where I was looking at jumping in. Definitely always like to get back above at least the 200 here, mainly because if it gets back above the 200, just like you always hear me talk about, that's the time to get out of the trade. Just like right here is the good example, right? Traded down nice aggressively, then it traded sideways and it got back above the 200. Or the 21, sorry, the 21. So once it was below the 21, I liked it. And then it got below the 200. That was my entry, and then I like to say get out. Now, if you're watching this and you had targets set, more than likely you probably would have looked at pulling it right in this area. You can see this yellow line coming through here. This is the point of control from the weekly, and as we lost that, more than likely we're going to come back up and test this key area right through here, which we did. So then we went ahead and broke down and lost that. And that was basically the trade opportunity for the day, and then kind of like what we're talking about here through the recap there. So, all right, guys, like and subscribe to the video. Hopefully we can get back into doing some more of this and looking at trade opportunity through the day and price action and why we could take advantage of some of this. Hopefully a little bit of today was some learning curve, give you guys something to work with and watch for, and help you make yourself become a better trader. So we will see you guys in the next recap. Talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.